Welcome, everyone. Welcome to another Wednesday night, The Fundamentals to Gain Inner Peace, with your host, Coach Menachem Bernfeld. And here we are continuing the conversation on resistance. Like we started last week, and like I mentioned, it's an exciting topic to talk about because anybody that's on the journey, anybody alive, doing things, you're always going to be confronted with resistance. You might say, no, I don't have any resistance. I do whatever I need to do. Well, maybe your dreams are not big enough. You're not going out of your comfort zone. But anytime we're on this journey, we want to do something, get out of your comfort zone, grow, try new things. You're always going to be faced with that feeling of, it's the first time I'm doing this. And to become aware of what that feels like, what it sounds like, what does it look like, so that it doesn't control us. If we're not aware of it, then we might think that, no, I do what I want, I'm growing, but you're not realizing there's something holding you back. So let's talk about that. So before we start, let's get grounded. I hope you brought along tonight one or two things that you want to think about, that you want to work on, whether it's big or small. I don't know if we'll get to the place where we'll be able to let go of the resistance, but step number one is always to first see the resistance. Important to see it and to learn about it, to understand it. And then we can learn techniques of how to let go of those feelings, how to continue, which shouldn't stop us. But it's always there. So if you have something, write it down, hold it on the side, and we'll get to it in a minute. So let's take a moment to come into the room. Here we are. Get grounded. Take a deep breath. Feet on the floor. Just see where you are, what I'm feeling, what my day look like. Where am I coming from? Deep breath in and out. Beautiful. Roll out and just become aware of where you are. And then we can turn inwards, see what does my body feel like. Important for tonight, talking about resistance. What does it feel like in our body? So you want to get in touch. Where is my body now? What does it feel? You don't have to be clear. You don't have to understand. It's just a feeling. Might feel tired. Might feel your eyes are closing. That's a feeling. Tension, relaxed, whatever you feel. Beautiful. Another deep breath in and let it all out and come into the room. And here we are, present. So let's start with resistance, like we discussed last week. What is resistance? Some people could feel it emotionally. For other people, it's a thought. Some people feel it in their body. So you can have an example of perfectionism. You want to do something, but there's something holding you back. You're not ready. You have to figure it out. I'll do it tomorrow. The way I see it is that something just not letting you continue. Like a heavy door, you have to open. in order to continue to get through. That's where you want to go. Want to go there, but there's a big heavy door to push it open. There might be a lock on the door. Say, how am I gonna figure this out? And then to see, what do I do when I have the resistance? What do I do when I have those voices telling me not to go there? Do I turn around and just stay where I am, or go somewhere else? Or I continue, try to figure it out. Not, you're not the first. It's okay to make mistakes. So just becoming aware of how we work. So let's start. If you can think of something that you've been wanting to do, something that you want to move forward. And I want to thank you for the feedback for those who sent, to see that the resistance, they were able to see it and move forward. Make that phone call, put out that video, do that creative thing. Maybe it's art. Check out something new. So think of something in your life. You might have something that comes to mind right away. And if there's nothing and you feel like, I don't have any dreams, any wants, well, that could be something to look at. We always want to do something. Another thing is, what am I doing maybe to please others? But if I had the choice, I would do it different. But we don't believe we have the choice. So that's also resistance. So if I give you the okay, if I give you the permission to do, yeah, that thing, exactly, what's on your minds, you can do it. And you think about it, you think, I wanted to do it maybe 10 years ago, but I don't think I'll be able to do it. So that's the resistance. So bring it back up. What is it? What's that one thing that you want to do? And then see, is it a thought that comes to mind? Is it a feeling that you feel nervous? Do you pull back? Or sometimes you have courage to start. You decide, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to write that book. So you start. But then in the middle, you put it on the side, and for some reason, it's been many weeks, months, years, and you haven't looked at it for a while. Question is, what's going on? What's holding you back? So let's stop for a moment. I just want you to have something in mind. If you want, you can share them in the chat. Let me know something that you would love to do, something that you're in the middle of doing, you feel the resistance. You can write it down just so that we can make it more practical. Paul, my brother. Yeah. Clean the house, lose weight. Amazing. Wow. Having difficult conversations. Unfinished book. Change a job. That could be heavy. Move, different relationships. Wow. Just to see it. Important. Take a course. Stick to a food plan. Yeah. Healthy boundaries. Stop over committing. Give myself permission to read. Wow, very good. Self-care. Okay, so now that you have it, hopefully you have it maybe written down, put it in front of you, it's on the table. Now, see what comes up. What is it, a voice that says something? Is it a feeling? Just see what's holding you back from actually taking that next step. So, for example, if you want to start a new project, a creative project, maybe art, a book. So the thought could be, who am I to do this? I'm not ready. It's already out there. Nobody's going to be interested in my work. Beautiful. So that those are voices. Now you're going to go to the next step. When that voice comes up, where do you feel it? What does it feel like? You want to take that next step and continue writing. The voice says, nah, nobody's interested. Where do you feel it? You want to drop in to the somatic, into your body, to see what's that feeling that comes up. And we're going to learn how to breathe and feel and be there. We're not running away. It could be until now you ran away, started cleaning the other side of the house. I personally find myself cleaning my study when there's something I need to do. I say, you know what, let me start cleaning. But it's subconscious. And then after a few minutes, I'm like, Menachem, let's have a talk. There's something going on. So it could be emotionally subconscious. Having difficult conversation, for example. So the thought could be, it's going to make things worse. I might hurt them. Okay, be aware of what that feels like. Tightness in your throat. Being aware of what your body feels. Where do you feel the resistance? What does it feel like? If you want, you can close your eyes and imagine you want to take that next step and see what comes up. Okay, and let's not be scared. Bring it up. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see what it feels like. You want it to become your best friend. If we can learn how to see it, hold it, talk to it, then you can imagine what you can do in life, because that's the thing that's holding you back. So let's stop for a moment, take that thing that you have and close your eyes and just see what it feels like when you imagine or you picture yourself continuing doing that thing. And see what comes up in your body, what feeling, what resistance come up. Tense in the shoulders, heaviness in the chest. Just see it. You can put your hand on it and just be there. My thoughts are racing, asking others for opinions. Yeah, that's an amazing awareness. And it's interesting. Sometimes taking another workshop, taking another course, we discussed it many times, reading another book on that topic. That could be the results of there's something inside of you that's just that resistance, not allowing you to take that next step. It's saying, no, you're not ready. You're not good enough. And you've read many books and you know the topic and you're ready to give that talk. But something inside of you is holding you back, saying, not really. Not good enough. You're good, but not good enough. Maybe that book. Yeah, one more book. So it's all the results, what what you do. But the awareness is number one. So let's go back to the awareness of that feeling. Pit of my stomach. I freeze. My thoughts shut down. Right. So there's two ways, this fight and flight. Good. So let's go back. Try to relax, go back, close your eyes, and take that idea that you want to do, that phone call, that course, that talk, that's whatever it is, and see what happens. My mind is blank. Restlessness, guilt. I get stuck, frozen. I don't want to fail. Right. If I take the real estate test, if I take the real estate test, yeah, I'm not sure what you wrote over there, but again, you might pass or you might not, and you have to take it again. You might have to wait till the third one, and that's okay. But the only way how to get there is by opening that door, that heavy door, slowly going in, and then continuing. There might be another door. Oh, very proud of yourself. Yeah, Mazel Tov. If you passed your test, amazing. Now go back to see what you felt before. Tight jaw, feel it in my stomach. Right. I'd rather eat junk food. It's much easier. It's so hard. That's true. That's the resistance we want to become aware of. That resistance. So, like we discussed last week, somebody on a diet, so they want to resist that food, but they can't resist. So they're pulling. Their hand is going to the food, and just for some reason, before you turn around, it's in your mouth and you're chewing on it. You're not sure what just happened. It's like automatic. So the resistance is not allowing you to sit and resist. So that's the different way of looking at resistance. Okay, so now that we know what our body feels like, okay, and it doesn't have to be perfect. That voice doesn't have to be clear, doesn't have to be perfect. Now, like we discussed, maybe we can talk to that part of your body, to that feeling, and without judgment, you can ask it, what is it that you want to protect me from? Let's say you want to take a test. You want to do that next step, but it's holding you back. It says, don't. Maybe tomorrow, not now. It's not going to work. What's it worries? Right? That inner critic, the fear of failure, the fear of letting go, needing to have control. If you do something new, who knows what it's going to look like? Fear of the unknown. That's resistance. So if this feeling or if this resistance had a voice, what would it tell you? What would that voice tell you? So stop for a moment and think. Again, you have that project, you have the idea, they have your next step. For some reason, you're not doing it. What's that voice coming up? What's holding you back? And then drop into your body, see what your body feels like. And then sit with it. Don't run away. It's uncomfortable, but listen to it. And let's ask it. Is this something you want to tell me? What is it that you want to protect me from? So fear of failure is very simple. Why would I let you fail? You know what happens when you fail. You remember the last time you failed? Or maybe when you were younger? You don't want to do that again. Okay, listen to it. Hear that it won't change. That next step won't help. Yeah, for those asking what resistance is, basically it's that thing, whatever it is, that's holding you back. There's something holding you back, stopping you right on the track. So that's the resistance. We want to become aware of what it is. We want to be able to see it, put it on the table, listen to that voice, feel it in your body, so that we can maybe have a conversation with it, understand it, and then make a decision and say, it's okay. Fear of taking away from something better. Very good. What are other people gonna say? Yeah, that's a big one. I don't want to disappoint people. See that how that holds us back from different relationships, whether it's at work. I'm too old, too late to change. Wow. Wow. You already tried many times. It didn't work, so stop. Exactly. Beautiful. So I don't know if we'll have time today to learn how to let go of these feelings, but I believe it's more important to allow yourself to feel the feeling because I think that's the thing that we're running away from and that's controlling us because we're scared. What's going to come up? All of these fears that, you mentioned, all these fears that are holding you back. We don't allow ourselves to feel the fear. It's too scary because we don't know what to do with it. But if that's the case, you're suppressing it, you're pushing it away, and for some reason you don't feel good about yourself because you might be living off what other people want and not really being authentic to yourself because it's too scary. It's too scary. So really, before we continue of how to release, how to let go, it's really to be okay with that feeling. We're not going to let it go right away. You let it come up and you stay there. It's okay. So hopefully next week we'll continue to come up with some different ideas of how to release. Again, these are emotions, the feelings, and we know already that feelings are okay. You let them come so that you can let them go. But the first step is you let them come up. And then there's another question. You might think, why are you pushing us to be creative? Why are you pushing us to be more active? You're the one that's telling us it's okay to relax, to take it easy. Wow, that's a great question. So the one example that I'm thinking is you can think in your life, what are you doing from the real you? Am I doing it because I want to do it or because I think the people around me need it? I want to please others. So the change that you want to do is really to start living from yourself. What do I want? You want to become real to yourself, your voice. And that's really where the most resistance comes up by creative people. So again, if you have a job, for example, 9 to 5, and they tell you what has to be done, okay. So it's sometimes easier to push because at the end of the day, this is what my boss wants. I'll push. I'll do it because that's what he wants. If you have your own business, if you want to be creative and come out there and share your own voice, that's when the resistance could be very loud because that's me. It's my business. It's my voice. I'm the one who's talking. No one is asking me to do it. No one is pushing me. It's something that I want to do. And that's where the resistance comes up very loud and says, just stay where you are. Just stop. Why would you do that? Who do you think you are? because it's more connected, it's more you. So it's important to, find yourself, the creative side of you, and that's where resistance comes up. You want to see the resistance so that you eventually can learn how to talk back, to, comfort it without judgment, understand till now you're protecting me from A, B, and C, but that's okay. You're protecting me from failing, and that's beautiful. Thank you so much. But now I realized that for me to get there, wherever I want to get to, I have to try, and it's okay if I fail. I know I won't feel comfortable. I know it's, you won't like it, I won't like it, but that's okay because we want to try. Another time, second time, third time, and eventually we get there, we grow. So are you in? Let's go. So you can have a conversation. But the first step is just to become aware. Become aware and take a deep breath, not to be scared. Okay, if you want, you can share in the chat. Let me know what's the next step you're going to take now that you know that resistance is all over the place. No matter where you want to go, there's going to be the doors. Some might be heavy. Some might look like there are no doorknobs to it. Some of them might look like walls. And where do you want to go? I'll share for myself, like I started last week, with my book. This was very interesting for me. Basically, a challenge to write a book. Now, the critic, and I've got it from other people also. So it's not only in my mind, I'm getting it from other people. So, first of all, thank you for those who've given me a 5-star review, which is amazing, and gave me positive feedback. It feels good. On the other hand, people are saying, Menachem, it's not a real book. You want people to, judge you by this book? And all of these ideas are like, that's another reason why I wouldn't put out the book. But I made a decision that I'm going to push. I'm going to take every step. I'm going to continue until it's done. And then when I finished the challenge and it was on Amazon, the voice said, okay, you did it, but stop. Don't talk about it. So why not? What's going on? What are you scared of? What do you mean? What are people going to think? I hear. So all of these voices, they come up and every step of the way. So it's really, I think it's a gift. Once we become aware of the resistance, you become aware of how you work. You become aware of the things you want to do, and you become aware of that thing that's holding you back. And slowly you learn how to understand it, hold it, so that you can continue. I'm excited. Something inside of me that's exciting. And it's going to help me with my next course, help me with whatever it is that I wanted to do it already for a while, and now I'm seeing the resistance. I'm learning how to see it. Amazing. Okay. Thank you very much. Feedback, any questions, let me know in the chat, or you can raise your hand. Okay. If the resistance is very strong, don't push it. Don't fight it. We're not here to fight the resistance. Okay? Allow it to come up and be there with it. Just see it and see how heavy it is and how strong it is. Just be there for a few minutes, and tomorrow you'll do it again. You'll sit down again and you'll see the resistance. Again, you'll do those steps. You think about the thing you want to do, the thought that comes up, the feeling you feel in your body, and just feel it. Don't push it away and don't say, I'm going to do it anyways. Don't fight it. We're not there. We don't want to fight. We want to be able to bring it in with compassion, without any judgment, and see it. And then what happens slowly, it becomes a little bit softer. It can relax. But if you're going to fight it, it's going to become stronger and stronger. So if it's very heavy, just see it and do not fight the resistance. Beautiful. Okay, so what's that next step that you want to do? You're not ready for it. Okay. Just see the resistance. That's okay. Continue the book. Maybe write for a few minutes. Beautiful. Make that phone call. You don't have to do it today. It's okay to push it off. It's okay, but you're doing the work. You're bringing it up. You've put it away for many years, maybe, or for a while, but now you're bringing it back up and you're seeing what comes up. What's that feeling that I have? Beautiful. Anytime you want to clean something, it's overwhelming. So much to do. Just feel that feeling of overwhelm. And then maybe you can start one step at a time, just a little bit, or you don't have to. Just be aware of that feeling of the voices. Write it down. Write it down. Tired from fighting my mind today. Beautiful. Take a deep breath and stop fighting. That's our goal. Possible you've been fighting. Now, again, if you push something off, many times in our mind, we're pushing and fighting and fighting and fighting. We're like, you have to do it, but I can't. And it's like every day you feel drained because you didn't do it. At the end of the day, you feel like a failure. You didn't do it. You have to do it. You didn't do it. You have to do it. But we're changing that. Stop. You don't have to do it. What do you mean you don't have to do it? Take a deep breath and just be aware of what is it that you want to do. What's the resistance? And just accept it. That's it. Don't fight it. Don't push. Yeah, the inner critic, the negative talk. Exactly. Be aware of it. So till now you were pushing it away, and that heaviness, you were just pushing it. No, I'm not interested. But now we're bringing it in. Embrace it. Put it on the table. Write it down and don't fight it. Take a deep breath and relax. And just see why is it so hard. That's it. Beautiful. Okay. So thank you very much. Try to do this work. You can do it more often, a few times a day, and you can become aware of where you feel resistance. You might walk into a room and right away you feel something. Just become aware of that feeling. You don't have to change it. Become aware of that feeling, and eventually we'll continue on this topic, and eventually we'll learn how to let go of those emotions so that we can continue on our journey. Thank you very much. Feedback is always welcome. CoachMenachem@gmail.com. And the replay, menachembernfeld.com. Thank you very much. Thank yourself for taking some time off, time that you deserve. And I'll see you next week.